Stonepaw wasn't sure what had called him to the ruins. Before, he would have avoided this place. No cat other than Bearglow had seemed to feel comfortable in the shadows that lingered slightly too long amid the broken stones and overgrown bushes, evidence of some long-ago two-leg nest abandoned ages ago. But something in the past few moons had changed. It was as though some dark, brooding presence there that had been buried somewhere in the ruins had been removed. Now the ruins were no longer frightening, but just another place where a cat could go to stalk among the shadows and gather their thoughts while basking in the moonlight. That is what Stonepaw was doing right now, in fact. Some urge to be away from camp, with its overflowing caves full of kits and the constant calls of exhausted queens, had brought him to the peaceful shadows. Here, at least, he could lay his head down for a moment and listen to the quiet whisper that had been at the back of his mind for some time. He wasn't sure what that whisper was, exactly, but he had missed it, and he used to feel it often when he was with the stone spirit. Not as much lately, though. It was almost as though whatever brooding presence had been blocking the peaceful moonlight here in the ruins had left this home and settled into the caves instead, muffling the connection Stonepaw felt with the stone spirit. Though, of course, that couldn't be true. After all, both things were just feelings Stonepaw had, and he had no facts to explain them. With a soft huff of amusement at himself for his silly thoughts, Stonepaw sighed and laid his head down on his paws, one part of his mind scolding himself for being so silly as to make up moods for the stones of the ruins and the caves, and another part of his mind eager to see if sleep would help him listen to whatever this whisper was better. Curiosity finally won out, and Stonepaw closed his eyes, sleep lapping at his mind like the waves of the beach. He wasn't sure he was dreaming, at first. There was nothing to see, for one thing. Just empty darkness specked with light, like the darkness of the caves where sunlight sometimes slipped through cracks in tiny bursts, just enough to make the stones glimmer faintly with light. But then Stonepaw realized he couldn't see his own paws, his tail, his ears, nothing. There was just him. And then the voice spoke.
"Do you see the pools?"
The voice whispered, startlingly clear and loud. Stonepaw would have jumped if he had had a body to do so with. The voice sounded odd, but he could recognize it as a cat, though something about it brought to mind the scent of the large gray stones of the caves. Stonepaw stood where he was, his mind slowly turning, trying to figure out how one replied to a question when you didn't have a mouth, when the voice spoke again.
"Do you see the pools?"
the voice repeated, firm and stern. And, quite suddenly, Stonepaw did see the pools, though not with his eyes. In his mind, past the darkness around him, he suddenly saw pools of water. They were deep, formed out of a cave floor that Stonepaw did not recognize. They were inside a cave, in fact, only one slightly larger than most of the Branch Clan caves. Within the cave were deep pools of water so deep and pure that it shone a dark blue so intense it seemed as though a cat could step into it and drop forever in its depths. At first, nothing stirred within the waters, and then there was a flash of silver light, several flashes, darting under the surface.
"The pools are for you,"
the voice said, sounding satisfied, as though some distracting task was almost done.
"You're part of the pools, Stonepaw, and it is the silver you will place within them that will save your clan. You are of the pools."
The voice was fading already, a pleased note that seemed entirely unrelated to Stonepaw's welfare in its voice. Stonepaw felt a rush of confusion and panic, but he could feel the voice leaving. The last thing he heard was the voice murmuring, almost to itself,
"One day you will remember. Then, by the powers of StarClan, I give you your warrior name, Stonepaw. From this moment, you will be known as Stonepool. You have proven to be a wise warrior who holds in your heart the welfare of the clan and the land that we claim. Your wisdom and thoughtful nature will surely guide our clan into a strong future. We welcome you as a full warrior of Branch Clan."
Branch Star called out, his voice full of pride, and only a hint of amused confusion, as he declared Stonepool's new warrior name. The gathered Branch Clan cats cheered out, the kits in particular mewling with abundant excitement to be part of their first ceremony. Stonepool had come to Branch Star before the ceremony to share his odd dream with him, insisting to his father and clan leader that the dream held a deep importance that he may not be able to explain yet, but perhaps had something to do with the stone spirit that he felt so connected with. Branch Star sighed softly to himself, his tail twitching in agitation. The stone spirit was yet another thing, like Moonpaw's prophecy, outside of his control as clan leader, and most days he was able to ignore and accept the odd creature's presence in the clan caves. But even with his own reservations about these powers outside of his control, he hadn't been able to look away from the sincerity and conviction in Stonepool's eyes as he told the story of the mysterious cave pools and their supposed importance. Branch Star twisted his tail again, his eyes flicking nervously to the other young apprentice in the clan, whose future hung over all of the cats in the clan. Moonpaw was seated with her mother, Nightfrost, but Branch Star didn't miss the shadowed envy she had in her eyes as she watched Stonepool. Branch Star felt a flicker of guilt at how slowly he had been training her as his apprentice, and then turned his own mind firmly away from those thoughts. For now, he had handled Stonepool's request as best he could. It was no doubt harmless enough to let his son take on such a warrior name, even if it was related to an odd dream Stonepool had had. Surely, it wouldn't turn out to mean anything. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Warrior Cats Challenge here in Sims 3 with all expansion packs and quite a bit of custom content. And we are back in Branch Clan, also known currently as Kit Clan, because there are kits all over the place, kind of like these fleas. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's just Misty Pond. I thought it was going to be like another kit, and I was just going to throw my hands up in the air. Oh, there's the little kitty. Oh no, what are you doing? That's what the giant beach you have out there is for. Which kit is this? Oh, with the little black paw. Did you see that little black paw? Oh my gosh, the kits are just so cute. Oh, I love them. I bet you have your mom's smish face. You are a Coral Kit. Oh, so actually, never mind, you don't have your mom's smushed face. Coral Kit is the child of Quail Eye and Otterslip. So those are her parents. Yep. Mother is Otterslip and father is Quail Eye. And apparently this little one, Coral Kit, you're really interested in Moonpaw? That's kind of out of the blue, but that's okay. But yes, welcome back everyone. So as you guys saw, there is something pretty darn special going down right now because Stonepaw is no longer a paw. He has had a little bit of advancement with the Spirit of the Land abilities that are kind of lying in wait inside of him right now. You guys will definitely be learning quite a bit more about that, and we will try to figure out just what on earth. We're going to go ahead and let you sniff Moonpaw. But we're going to try to figure out just what on earth that was all about at some point in the future. Also, we need to get rid of these two and their fleas. So yes, so Stonepaw, now Stonepool, by the way, did have a very interesting dream while he was up at the ruins. He had been hanging out at the ruins quite a lot to try to hang out with his friend Moonpaw over here. Moonpaw has started to get pretty distant though. She's feeling a little bit frustrated that she's always being teased by Wildpaw, and Wildpaw is agitated that she's not also a warrior like her brother. She was litter mates with her brother, so why does Stonepaw get to become Stonepool and Wildpaw is still Wildpaw? Wildpaw is really agitated about that. So she takes it out on Moonpaw quite often, and Moonpaw, between that and her own envy and her own frustration with how slowly Branch Star is training her, she's just kind of pulling away from her friend here. But both of them have hung out enough that they've given each other fleas. So as soon as Bearglow, I think we'll come over here and let's see. We'll send these two over here to come and talk to Bearglow so we can get rid of the fleas. Because Bearglow he's kind of a very clean cat, and he has a lot against fleas. He just really hates fleas. That's just a Bearglow trait. So he's going to try to get rid of the fleas for them, which means we need to get some, let's see, we need to collect from some of the other cats the sea sludge. Sea sludge is how the branch clan cats are able to remove fleas. Do either of you guys have sea sludge? They do not. So I think Bear Glow is going to go ahead and give him a sniff. And then he's going to go ahead and tell Stonepool, that he needs to go talk to the spirit of the land and get some sea sludge, because he's not going to put up with fleas in anywhere near his territory. Bear Glow is very anti-flea, so he's kind of ridiculously anti-flea. So he's going to like straighten Stonepool out and let him know this is just not acceptable. All right, so that'll happen at some point. Looks like Moonpaw is just going to go ahead and take a nap. I think she's just feeling the envy and the frustration really getting to her. And there is Stonepool going. Stonepool, do not be nuzzled, for crying out loud. You be sniffed, and then you go and you collect your things from the spirit of the land. But Stonepool did go up to the ruins. He's just kind of felt drawn to that area. And he had that very, very interesting dream. And that dream is going to play some pretty big roles for Branch Clan in the future. They've had it very, very easy, but autumn is actually going to be the most deadly and dangerous time that they are going to be within the clan. So don't worry if you guys are thinking, they feel really overpowered. Nothing ever seems to go wrong for Branch Clan. At least not as wrong as it went for Moss Clan with giant meteors falling from the sky. There's stuff in the works. There's stuff in the works. All right, so Stonepool just got told he needs to gather up some sea sludge, and that brings us to Slade. So somebody pointed out last time that I forgot to clear out Slade's inventory of all of the fish that he had caught because the seasons changed, and that's what we try to do. Every season we change the spirits of the land's inventory so that they kind of make it a little harder for the cats. So I actually went through and I removed all of the things that were in his inventory that were fish, and the only things that I left behind was the sea sludge, because I figure that's kind of like kelp that is just growing right here that the cats could collect, and the salamanders, because I figured those are found within the cave, is what I'll say, like the really wet areas of inside the cave, and the starfish, because I figured those you can peel off of the rocks, kind of like tide pools. So tide pools, Stonepool, what is Seri up to? Who knows? Not even she knows half the time. But why are you still juiced? I don't know why Slate is like permanently juiced. I don't know why. We'll move on from that. But all of these things are things that he's just caught since we cleared the inventory out of all of the fish. But I figure we can always leave sea sludge and the starfish and the salamanders and maybe the snails in his inventory if he catches snails, because those are things that they could probably gather up from the tide pools. And it's not like I can always just make that thing come. If I need to have more seed sludge and we don't have any, he just has to randomly fish it up. It's not like I don't think, like with a lot of the fish, if we need to in the future, Stonepool, once his powers fully activate, his spirit of the land powers are not fully activated the way they are for Mossleaf and Lizardpaw, though Lizardpaw hasn't shown you guys yet how his powers are now fully activated, but we'll be seeing that in the future. And Bear Glow is like, you better get rid of these fleas. He really, oh, now he has fleas. Well, he's a medicine cat, so he gets to get rid of them, but I think he's going to be a little bit agitated from this. So let's go ahead and he's going to groom himself, but because he's a medicine cat, we can just get rid of the fleas like that. All right, and we're going to have Stonepool come over and start looking for rocks actually that he can bring to Slate. But yeah, when Stonepool's abilities fully activate, then one of the things we're going to do with Slate is we are actually going to use the skill journal to look up what kind of animal we need. So you can't really catch sea sludge. I'm pretty sure you can't catch sea sludge. It's just something you have to like be able to snag. But a whole bunch of these other guys, you can see, say if we needed a luminous salamander, which is actually really good for certain illnesses in our cats, then you'd be able to grab one of these mushrooms. And so then you can like put a mushroom on, use it as bait and catch a luminous salamander. Or say if for some reason, the fairy damselfish, that saves kits' lives. So we could have him specifically fish for the fairy damselfish using the glow orbs. And I think what we'll do is we will have to collect the item, of course, but then we'll have to use like maybe either a special stone or maybe just like one stone per thing instead of like the stone's value equals certain number of fish in the future, so that we can specifically summon certain types of fish. I don't know why you would want to summon a deathfish though. Anybody who eats a deathfish would die. So that's pretty dangerous right there. Oh, Slade, you look so happy. So, and Quilleye, what are you doing? Quilleye, for crying out loud. Now I have to randomize to see if you're sick or not. Gosh darn it, we just started. All right, you guys, Quilleye is totally fine. He just needs to wake up. We'll make him like have to, I don't even know what we're going to make him have to do. We'll make him have to do something. I'm going to make him pee over here and then maybe even freak out about something. Can he freak out about this? Can he freak out about this? All right, well, Quilleye, you're fine. Whenever I roll to see if they happen to get sick, if they have I think for a healthy male adult cat in Greenleaf, then his chance of getting sick is only 40 to 20% depending, and he rolled a 2, which is as low as you can go next to a 1, so he's totally fine. He's just gonna wake up and he might just be feeling a little tummy turny today. So you go ahead and take care of yourself, sir. Where is Stonepool? Stonepool, he's checking on Moonpaw. I think he's feeling a little bit guilty and conflicted about what to do with Moonpaw because that's his best friend, but she's really kind of pulling away from him for valid reasons. I think he could understand why she'd be feeling that way. Can we not? Is there not a single stone, just the ones that Bearglow already has that we can't really mess with? Oh, here's something. All right, let's go over here and we can get some sea sludge from over here. I think Bearglow would have told Stonepool to stay away from all the other cats until we can cure this. But yeah, so Stonepool's abilities as the spirit of the land have not fully activated, but you guys heard that he definitely got the attention of somebody. All right, let's bring Slade over here. We're going to collect this up. But yeah, like I said, he definitely got somebody's attention, and now he's a full warrior. And he is a full warrior. Okay, what did we find? Was it worth a bit? Only worth 1? No. So we have 1 whole sea sludge. We got 1 whole sea sludge from that. Phooey. All right, well, we'll go ahead and do that. Is there anybody else? Do any of the other cats have sea sludge on them that we could go beg for? Sea sludge. Sea sludge. Oh, his mom has some sea sludge. Let's go talk to Dawnstep. Well, that's kind of the thing. If you want to exchange items between cats, you have to have them interact. But I'm a little worried about that because what if we give Dawnstep Fleas? Then I think Bearglow would be very upset. All right, and then we'll just have to socialize with his mom for a second. All right, come on, Dawnstep. What are you doing with that hunting skill, Dawnstep? It's not like you can catch anything. I think she's just having fun playing and kind of teaching the kits. You guys, look at this. Minnow Kit and Frog Kit are playing together. Look at Wave Kit go. Look at Wave Kit just totally tear into this. And the other kits are starting to show up. I think Dawnstep is actually just babysitting all of the kits is kind of what we're seeing here. Oh my gosh. Wave Kit. Why are you so cute? No, don't disappear, Wave Kit. There you are. So cute. No, you're disappearing again, Wave Kit. Oh my gosh. There's so many kids. They're having so much fun. Oh, don't pounce Bearglow for crying out loud. All right, which one is this? This is Sand Kit. So Sand Kit is, there we go, one of Dawn's steps. So we'll make her come over here and hang out with this little one. Okay, you nuzzle and then sniff Wave Kit. I wonder if Dawnstep would ever want an apprentice. That's a good question, isn't it? All right. Oh wait, you're supposed to interact with your son. Never mind. Oh my gosh, Sand Kit just tripped over its own paws. Oh my goodness, look at these two. So Frog and Minnow, who are siblings, appear to be getting very, very close. Let's see. What the heck are you doing? Come over. He wants to groom his mom. That's kind of adorable. Slade, I will return you, my friend, back to the ocean. So Slade, see, this is the problem. The spirit of the land, we don't just get everything they have in their inventory at any time. We have to have a trade-off, and it's hard to find those rocks sometimes. And I think people forget that, is that there is a trade-off. It's not like we just get infinite number of resources. Are there any other stones I can collect? There usually should be some around here, but I don't see any. Phooey. All right, so we're out of stones, so now we have to go and collect sea sludge to get rid of these fleas. What a great way for Stonepool to spend his very first day as a warrior, huh? But, oh, and then really quickly, a lot of you guys are probably going, what about Wildpaw? Why isn't she a warrior? Also, wake up, Wildpaw, and go eat before you get sick. I think she's kind of pouting, so she's sleeping. Well, don't forget, you guys, Wildpaw actually had that venomous snake bite, and so it caused her to, go down on her hunting skills. Thankfully, her hunting skills have gone back up significantly since then, but she also just was a little bit weakened, so we kind of expect her to be lagging behind her brother just a teensy bit. And then, because she was sassy-mouthed and really kind of agitated Branch Star, even agitated him, and Branch Star is normally pretty laid back about these kinds of things. Branch Star realized that Wildpaw doesn't really value how important it is to like take care of the clan like on a healing level, or more so like Wildpaw didn't really have a sense of how important it was to be more cautious. So kind of as a punishment and as a way to try to get her temper to not flare as much, and really more as a punishment, to be honest, because it's Branch Star, Wildpaw has to collect 3 rare medical items before she can become a warrior. And thus far, she's collected no rare medical items. I think maybe she got 1. In fact, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I'm pretty sure she got at least 1. And we're out of fish already? What? I don't believe this. And she does have a sea sludge, so we could get a sea sludge from her. All right, and we'll go ahead and turn in all of the things that you had on you. Oh my goodness, look at all this food. So much food. Whoops. So much food everywhere. And it looks like some of it's turned into crow food. Because when the item breaks, then we're just going to say, it does make it a little harder on us, but we're just going to say that it turned into crow food. Because the cats didn't eat it fast enough. That makes sense to me. All right, we'll put down the goldfish. I think he might offer the goldfish to his sister. Okay, we'll give the goldfish to his sister. What do we do with a trilobite? Who knows? There's a crocodile. Oh, I guess you could eat the crocodile if you wanted to. Any other fish? Any other fish? We got some fish over here. No edible fish over here. All right, Sea Whisper hasn't been able, because she's had kits, to do any hunting. And then Trout Shadow, Les Kiss and Grommy is going to be showing up in a little while, you guys. So apparently he caught a little tiny crocodile too. Oh, and he has a sea sludge as well, so we'll be able to gather up lots of sea sludge. Oh yeah, and he has a frog that actually Sea Whisper was going to get from him to give to Crowfeather, so we'll work on that. Then Trout Shadow apparently just has a lot of the gifts. He's kind of a gift giver cat in his own unique way. All right, speaking of gift giving cats, interacting with your mum. Wonderful. Dawnstep, your son. Can we present this to him? This item has already... Oh, this item was presented to her? All right, well, there's a sea sludge for him. Now he has 2 sea sludge. You have to... And we... Hang on, where's Wildpaw? Is she getting some food over here? Let's go visit with Wildpaw. She can come over and get this. And we'll gather up the sea sludge from her. Now, the way that getting rid of fleas in the clan works is that the sea sludge is how we do it, and we roll a dice, and the infestation per cat is anywhere from 1 to 3. And then you have to use that many sea sludge to get rid of the flea infestation. And that's kind of how we're doing it with the citrus as well for Moss Clan, but I think we might also do it for like lavender. People have been suggesting other kinds of plants that we could use. All right, are you almost done, Wildpaw? No, don't you dare take a nap yet. All right, come over. And is that Sniff your brother? Yeah, so I think Wildpaw is feeling a little sassy about also not being included. All right, come on over. I think she's feeling a little sassy about not being included in her warrior ceremony as well, because her brother got to be a warrior first. But they're still siblings, so I think the bottom line would be... Oh yeah, another perfect sea sludge, if only we had the rocks to collect it. So I think the bottom line would be that Wildpaw would put aside her own frustration to celebrate with her brother. And I think she would actually be laughing at him while she forks over the sea sludge. Yeah, I think she would actually be laughing right now and teasing him. Like, oh, look at you, Mr. Fine Warrior, crawling in fleas. I'm sure you're doing well, huh? All right, there we go. And we'll go ahead and just say that they presented it. There we go. Oh, no, and now... Wildpaw, the 2-play at that game. Oh no, the infestation spread. Bearglow's gonna be so mad. He's gonna be so mad. All right, let's come over here, and Bearglow's gonna have to go ahead. And normally we do a groom to get rid of fleas. So let's see if they'll accept a grooming. All right, Wildpaw, congratulations. Why don't you go ahead and see? She would just be like agitated, I think, and she'd come over here. Maybe you can fish up your rare medical items. Like, yeah, she did catch, I think, one rainbow snail. So I think she needs 2 left. And maybe you can catch your rare medical items or some sea sludge. So why don't you go do that? Stonepool, excuse me. It's so fun when they change names, isn't it? Stonepool is going to need to get some attention from Bearglow here. So let's see. How bad is your flea infestation, my friend? It's a 2. So we still have a free sea sludge. So... Bearglow might be able to use that sea sludge to cure Moonpaw, which he definitely would want to do next. Definitely before Wildpaw. Look, we have some more stuff. Some more stuff showed up. Thank goodness. Okay, we'll gather up that stuff and we can get more sea sludge. Because I think Bearglow would very adamantly express to Stonepool. Alright, they can't groom. So we'll just go ahead and do a sniff. Don't worry, you can't get fleas. But yeah, alright, come on. Moonpaw. Don't worry, we'll have enough sea sludge for you soon. Alright, and we're going to get rid of these fleas. So that's all the sea sludge we need to use. Okay, and we need 2 of them because his infestation was like just middling. It wasn't, ew, look at the sea sludge. It's so weird looking. All right, there we go. And now Stonepool can get a little bit of rest. We'll let him come over. Oh my gosh. And that's the other thing that I was going to tell you guys is a lot of the cats are having a very hard time with scratching stuff. There's not enough places to scratch anything because there's so many kits now. We have 20 cats in this clan. 20 cats in this clan right now. So there's actually not enough places to come over and to be able to like just scratch on a scratching post. So I figured when the cats get really anxious to scratch something, but there's just like a kit at every scratching post, what we'll start doing is we will start going over and we will say that the cats are feeling restless. Look at all those stones. Oh, well, I wasn't supposed to see that because I'm not supposed to search for stones unless I'm with the cat. I was just trying to show you guys that like they'd be feeling restless. So they would come over to areas where they can scratch on things. And we'll say that that's when they just want out. They just are feeling like they want to kind of stretch their legs and go to a different territory. So I guess Stonepool could do that up at the temple, but he's really tired. And he does have to finish helping get rid of the fleas, actually. I just forgot about that. I think Bearglow would have threatened him and be like, okay, you will get rid of these. Because, like, well, you know, his daughter, which no one knows other than him and Nightfrost, that Moonpaw is actually Bearglow's daughter. But Bearglow is extremely protective of Moonpaw. And so he would insist that Stonepool do the right thing. Look at that size of that! Oh my gosh, that Marlin was huge. That he do the right thing and make sure that Moonpaw is cured as well. And I think Stonepool would feel like it was his responsibility to... Oh, Wildpaw just caught a frog. I think she would feel like it was his responsibility, or he would feel like it's his responsibility to also cure his sister, since he got his sister covered in fleas as well. Oh, and Quilleye is grooming Shellkit. I don't think that's going to go over well with Dawnstep, because Dawnstep very much, very, very, very much, for many reasons, wants Quilleye to stay away from Shellkit. All right, so let's see what's going on over here. Slade, how many was that? Yes! We can give him 3. We can give him 3 of the sea sludge, because this mercury is worth 319 simoleons, and that means we go ahead and sell it. We kind of just round to the hundreds, and then we can give 1, 2, 3 to Stonepool. So there we go. Now we've got what we need. Bearglow, get over here. Got what we need. Oh, wait, is this another rock already? No, we sold that. That's what's, it's just, it hovers there sometimes. All right. And we'll come over and we'll try to cure up Moonpool. Moonpool? What? That's not a ship name. That was just me being tired because sometimes switching between all the names is a lot. All right, come on over. And he has to go ahead and sniff. They have to... No, stay awake. Stay awake, Stonepool. You've got to fork over all of these sea sludge. There we go. Even if he doesn't want to. But the cats have to interact for it to happen. There we go. And now Bearglow is equipped and he is ready and capable of curing Moonpaw. So we'll go ahead and have him sniff with Moonpaw. Sniff, sniff. All right. And in fact, I think he can even... go ahead and groom her, share tongues for a second. He'd take his grand old time and let Wildpaw sort of do her own thing for a minute. All right, and you, yeah, he's just going to pass out. You go ahead and go to sleep now, Stonepool. You have done your duty, and really that's kind of the honorable cat he is, where he would assume that that's probably enough to be able to cure his sister as well. And now that he has pushed himself past the point of exhaustion, did a cat just like drop this? No, was that? Oh, we missed. There we go. But he has pushed himself past the point of exhaustion, so he's going to go rest. But he is that kind of honorable warrior where he tried to take care of his clan. All right, and Bearglow is going to take care of that. Wildpaw is working on getting her own darn sea sludge. Thank you very much. And Quilleye is paying way too much attention to Shellkit. I just don't think that's going to go over well. So that's how everything is going over there. And then meanwhile, Nightfrost is kind of just staying really low on energy. We do have to keep her kind of low. She's just not feeling very well at all today for odd reasons. Just kind of falling asleep and taking naps at unexpected moments. And it looks like, look at this! But she's kind of keeping Sea Whisper company to keep an eye on the kits back here. Oh, and it looks like Branch and Crow are having a conversation. I wonder what that's about. But Sea Whisper is over here. Where is Frog Kit? Oh, there's Frog Kit. Yeah, look, Sea Whisper's whole family is over here, you guys. They're playing with moss balls and training. Oh, that's really, really, really precious. So we'll check up on them. But today's Stonepool's day, which is why I've stayed with them for so long, or him pretty much the whole time. And then let's see, how bad is the infestation on... Oh, good. All right. And Beargle, you can't get fleas. You're a medicine cat. So the infestation on Moonpaw, not Moonpool, Moonpaw, was only a level 1, so we can go ahead and get rid of those fleas. Look how weird the sea sludge looks. Isn't that amazing? All right, away it goes. And then there's enough left over for when Wildpaw is done, we will be able to take care of her as well. All right, so that's what's going on there. And then the other cat who I randomized today, because I'm trying to randomize to focus on different cats, who I wanted to focus on is actually Otterslip. So Otterslip gets to have any of the things that she wants to do today happen. I randomized to see which cats we'd focus on, and I only randomized on one other cat because I knew that today would be Stonepool's day since it was his warrior ceremony this morning, and he had a very important dream that you guys need to take a lot of note of. And then Otterslip was the other cat that I randomized on, and it randomized for her to have a pretty decent day. So she's just got a good day coming to her. It can be a very, very bad day or a very, very good day, but it's just kind of a middlingly good day for her. So that means we're going to go ahead and kind of try to fulfill some of her wants. Branch Star, what are you doing? Grooming yourself? Why don't we go ahead and have these two talk then? So we'll let Otterslip talk with Branch Star, and I think nuzzle like in a non-romantic way. Can they do that? They can probably groom in a non-romantic way, but I think she'll just like chit chat with Branch Star about how proud she is about her kits and how proud she is of Quail Eye and how proud she is of like how all of the queens have been doing. And Sea Whisper and Quail Eye are kind of catching up over here, and all the kits are playing! You guys, there's just so many kits, and they're all just so cute. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Did Sea Whisper say something? Are you nervous about the kits for some reason, Quail Eye? Keeping a nervous eye on them, perhaps? Especially on the little shell kit? Secret in the shell, AA? All right, but yeah, so we'll let Otterslip have a bit of a good day too. Crowfeather is practicing hunting too. All the cats are. And let's come back over. Wildpaw, what you doing? You're going to get your fleas fixed in just a minute over here, Wildpaw. So Wildpaw's having a pretty decent day too. And then I know we didn't really get a chance because we were kind of busy chasing Stonepool around. What a sad way to start your first day as a warrior, having to get rid of your really nasty fleas. All right, are you doing some fishing over there, Slade? Hey, Slade, why don't you get over here and do some fishing? Alright, there he goes. And I'm going to send Bearglow over here. Did she catch anything? No, nothing. Sweet. Kissing Grommy, red herring, Grommy. Alright, and we'll send Bearglow over here. And then he'll have to give her a sniff, even though he doesn't want to. I think we'll actually like lower his relationship a little bit with her because he doesn't enjoy, and it will definitely lower his relationship a little bit with Stonepaw because he'd be annoyed that Stonepaw managed to get all those fleas. We'll lower a little bit. Oh, don't worry about that. You're a cranky cat anyway. A little bit with Wildpaw, just because I'm trying to alter their relationship's effects just a little bit to go with the story. So I think he would just be annoyed, like all these fleas everywhere. Oh, good. She just has a light infestation too. So we can get rid of her fleas. Whoops, didn't mean to click that. And we only have to use one sea sludge. So now Bearglow has a little bit of a sea sludge pile, just a teensy one, but I think it'll make him feel better. All right, and then Wildpaw, you actually caught some food. And we do have a special thing that got randomized for the day. We didn't really get to touch on it, but I wanted to let you guys know not only am I randomizing which cats to kind of focus on per episode, but also if it's going to be a good day or a bad day for the clan, and then what happens during that day. So everybody's okay. There's always the chance that a stranger cat or dog could show up. There's always the chance that a two-leg may come and steal some kits. There's a lot of really spooky things on the list for what could happen to the clan when I randomize for how their day is going to go. And the thing that I randomized today is that for some reason, all of the small fish are being chased away. Something's eating all of the small fish. So anything under 10 kilograms, I think is how it said, has to go. So even though Wildpaw did all of this hunting, anything that's under 10 kilograms is gone. So I think she lost everything. Ah, if only that Kissengrami had been a little bit bigger. Look at the size of that frog. That was so cool. So unfortunately, if it's a fish, at least, if it's snails, I guess the frog could have stayed now that I think about it. Sorry about that, Wildpaw. Well, why don't you go ahead? She's probably just going to take a nap anyway. So you just go ahead and sleep there. But yeah, the fish probably could, or the frog probably could have stayed. But for the rest of today, at least, any fish that are brought up out of the water that are under 10 kilograms, we have to actually go ahead and get rid of, because we're going to say that all the small fish are being chased away by the big ones today. So that's the thing that got randomized for them. All right. And it looks like Otterslip wants to keep Branch Star's attention. She wants to be best friends with Branch Star, so we'll kind of leave that alone for a moment. And I think Crowfeather, let's have Sea Whisper come over and maybe socialize with Crowfeather. Sea Whisper, you have like no wants. Sea Whisper is just happy and quiet in her mind right now. Her mind is a complete blank of peace. There's a dog trick showdown going on right now. That's funny. But her mind is completely empty. So I think that she would be asking Crowfeather maybe to do a little bit of hunting. And I think Nightfrost may have just heard about the hunting and be willing to do some of it too, even if she's tired. So we'll send Nightfrost over because she would realize she hasn't contributed to the prey pile today. Bearglow's coming over to do something too. That's funny. I think Crowfeather is going to go ahead and tell her that, yeah, he'll go do the hunting. Is that your kit? He actually has a desire to do something with Wave Kit. Oh my gosh. He hasn't wanted to do anything with Wave Kit. Okay, where's Wave Kit? Wave Kit, where are you? Oh, you're asleep. Phooey. But he had it. Oh gosh, because I've been trying to let Crowfeather and his wants that show up kind of determine what goes down. But it looks like he actually has a want for one of his kits. I'm so excited. So yeah, I think he'd come over at the suggestion and do a little bit of fishing. And actually, I think Trout Shadow would too. So we'll have Trout Shadow come on out and scratch on the scratching post. There we go. And then who else? Who else is a hunter? I guess Quelleye? Where's Quelleye? Okay, he's trying to do some normal hunting. I think he'd go ahead and definitely, we'll say that Otterslip may have called out to him when she noticed that Crowfeather was going to go do hunting, and would have told Otterslip to, or Quelleye to go do some hunting too. Like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. Go get some more food for the kits. So we'll send Crowfeather over here. Grab some food for the kids. I'm gonna have to make sure I get rid of Sylvester because apparently his parent is a bicycle and that's not allowed to happen. Oh, glitches. Oh, and it looks like Misty Pond has come out to join in the fun. See, and she's getting a little restless because look, now Glow Kit is taking up the scratching post. I swear, these kits, these cats, it's just kind of amazing. All right, come on over. Why don't you do some fishing too, sweetie? No, don't drink. You have to come over and do some fishing. So we'll let Misty Pond go ahead and do some fishing as well, because I think she would have gotten the idea seeing Crowfeather do it. And then Stonepool, yeah, it looks like he just, oh, he caught a fairy damselfish. Yes, then it weighs enough that we can keep it. Oh, sweet. Fairy damselfish is important. Very important. There we go. And Quelleye is off on the hunt. Just don't run into any venomous snakes, please, Quelleye. And there are actually like, oh, I think there's like six snake spawners on this lot. I don't know why they're not showing up. Whoa! What are you fighting? Nightfrost! Oh, she's going after a bug. We're fine there. Don't need to worry about that. Alright. And don't worry, Spirit of the Land. Your needs always get to be really nice. Nightfrost, did you catch it? Ooh, Misty Pond caught a crawfish, but unfortunately we have to get rid of it. Oh, she caught a peel bug. Alright, and Otterslip is over here grooming herself. She still wants to be best friends. So I'm trying to let her just like socialize nonstop since today's supposed to be like one of her special days. So she can be best friends with Branch Star. So we'll just let them kind of talk forever. Like today they just spent the whole day talking together. Alright, and then the kits are so cute. I'm so in love with the kits. Aren't you guys in love with the kits too? Frog Kit is a big favorite. Minnow Kit too. But I really think Wave Kit always seems to be underfoot. And I think it's kind of funny, like that Sand Kit and Shell Kit look so similar. I think that maybe the other cats mix them up too. And so they're able to sort of get away with swapping each other a little bit. Kind of like twins sometimes will do. All right, did you catch anything that's too small to keep? No, that guy's big enough. That guy's big enough. Misty Pond, what about you? I have to get rid of the crayfish. I'm sorry, Misty Pond. I also have to get rid of... No, I can keep the... Yay, it's 12. So I can keep the black goldfish. Tragic clownfish is big enough. Good, good, good. So these guys are getting something. Trout Shadow. Oh yeah, he was gonna scratch on things and then come and join in the fun. There, now he's happy. So he can come and do some fishing too. And Bearglow, let's see. What do you want to do, Bearglow? Improve hunting skill, catch a bird, playfully pounce. I think he wants, but that's like an aggressive sign. Playfully pounce Trout Shadow. We'll have him go ahead and do that. But we're going to say it's aggressive. Trout Shadow was trying to go fish. And he's going to be like, don't you dare bring back a fairy damsel or a kissing Grommy for my sister. You keep away from Misty Pond with your kissing Grommy, Trout Shadow. And Trout Shadow really is kind of a gift-giving cat, so it'll be fun to see what he does. Ooh, Piranha! Misty Pond, you're quite the interesting cat sometimes. You know that, right? Alright, and I think actually that means that all of the fish caught... There's only one edible fish in that pile. Get back over here, Crowfeather. He only caught like one edible fish. I can't believe that. No, don't catch the water bugs. Do some fishing. There we go. Because he caught like a clownfish and a fairy damsel and a starfish, and those are all great, and we can use them for different things. But not the things we need them for. And then catch a rodent, huh? Oh, and Misty Pond's freaking out. Okay, so it's apparently not one of her good days. But yeah, I'm going to say that Bearglow kind of is making it look like a playful tackle, but actually it's his way of telling Trout Shadow what for. And to stay away from his sister. And then we'll send you off. Maybe you can go find a bird. I think if a cat really has a desire to catch something specific, like a prey item that's not normally in their area for a super long time, like the way that Bearglow wants to catch a bird, or I think Misty Pond wants to catch a rodent, we might send them to another territory. I'm going to start sending the cats out a lot more. There's going to be a lot more dangerous events that can happen. Today could have technically been dangerous if we hadn't already had so many fish. Since we have to... Oh, Meggish! I didn't tell him to do that. You saw I didn't... Oh, no. Oh, my. You saw that I didn't have anything to do with this. This. I think that Misty Pond may have seen her brother kind of being a bit of a brat, and I think she would be coming over. I think she would be saying something to Trout Shadow here. But, I mean, is Misty Pond really going to be... Somebody, Slade, stop putting your leg there. Is that really going to be a good match? Or is that going to be a lot of trouble? I mean, Trout Shadow doesn't know anything about Misty Pond or her past or where they're really going to go. So, all right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and end on that note, you guys. There's definitely some interesting things happening. You remember how Bearglow had something happen? Well, let's just say that's going to segue perfectly into what happens next time. So, I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.